running a business comes with many challenges, and we know that one size, or in this instance, solution, doesn't fit all. That's where our partners come in. Our partners offer a wide breadth of tools and services to provide you with custom solutions for your unique business challenges. We sat down with 6 partners to dive into their products, how they integrate with QuickBooks, and what's in store for you as a customer. Come take a listen and see how they can help you. What problem do you solve for our audience?
The problem Iwakapay solves is getting invoices paid. QuickBooks has been a thought leader in this space, and one of the astounding statistics that they have put out is that every year small businesses lose a week trying to chase overdue invoices. It's got to be better. We think there's 2 problems driving this. The first one is a lack of payment options that are really fit for invoices. Right now, we know that if you offer an online payment option, you're definitely more likely to get that invoice paid. However, most B2B businesses in particular rely on bank transfers. Bank transfers have friction for the user and give you one more reason not to make that invoice payment. The second problem is cash flow. Invoices are associated with payment terms and long payment terms. And that's great for buyers because it means buyers can kind of manage their cash flow and make bigger purchases. But for sellers, it means they're carrying the credit risk of their customer and they have to manage the cash flow gap themselves. We've introduced a payment solution that allows you to deal with both of these problems. With Iwakapay, you can turn your invoices into a checkout. Every time you use Iwakapay, your customer has the option to pay now or pay later, making it easier for them to make the payment right now. Iwakapay also blends the best of payments and finance. What that means is when a customer pays now, you don't pay anything. It's built on open banking. You get all the security and the benefits of a bank transfer, but it's even easier to use than a card. On top of that, if a customer pays later, they can spread the cost over 90 days or pay within 30. It's entirely up to them, and you get paid no matter what. So come have a look at Iwakapay. Come check us out at iwakapay.co.uk. We're really excited about this product and sharing it with the QuickBooks community.
So small and medium-sized businesses are the worst hit by late payments. They've got, on average, 48% of their invoices are paid late every month. And the problem is only becoming worse. With CPA said that 209% of a 209% increase in late payments since the pandemic started. And, it just has a crippling effect on small businesses and medium businesses, on their cash flow. It causes difficulties forecasting. It inhibits business growth. And we've learned that at Chaser, a rigorous and kind of a well set out credit control process, credit control platform can actually put an end to having late and inconsistent customer payments. And it alleviates their negative impacts on the business. Even just for me, as previously to being a CEO, I was a CMO, and as a marketer, I know that I can't spend the money if the business doesn't have it. So cash flow is absolutely everything when you're trying to grow. So I fully support this wholeheartedly to try and get the money into the business as quickly as possible. But running an effective credit control process, it's not easy. Often customers will ignore or try to get out of having to make payments. And the fact there's just dispersed, disconnected data will sometimes make it impossible to keep on top of who owes what, when, and if they were followed up with before, if they weren't. With regards to our platform in particular, it helps provide a way to put an end to those. Because it does, just by using our platform, you set up a process that's quite effective and we've perfected over the years. So Chaser essentially will be able to solve the issue of payment reminders being ignored, and also by making the reminders quite personalized and looking like they've come from the sender. It doesn't look like something that's automated that you could just ignore. It's like a person actually writing you personally, so you really want to respond. And on top of that, the emails will look like they They come directly from our users because you have your regular email address embedded in. You can customize it to have your documentation, your logo, your typical email signature. So it really does look like your actual email. The other benefit, I think, is through the reporting and insights functionality. So on customer payment behaviors, you can see as well the ability to set up custom schedules. So you don't have to chase all your customers in the same way or at the same time. You can set up different custom schedules or workflows, let's say, that makes it look like very human-like invoice payment reminders and chasing. So it doesn't look like a robot per se. On average, our users right now are getting paid on average 16 days or more sooner than people who aren't using our platform. And we reduce day sales outstanding by 25% or more. So we believe that, we're helping, SMEs put an end to these time-consuming, disconnected administrative tasks and follow-ups. And many of our users are reporting back to us that they're saving 15 or more hours per week just on accounts receivables tasks.
Dext will ensure that accountants can be more productive, they can be more profitable, and with all the data and all the insights that we provide, we can ensure that they're also in a nice, powerful position to really sit down and support and help their clients. All of this together means that accountants can help their clients achieve their goals. Accountants will ultimately have greater capacity to drive advisory going forward. And all of the tools that we're providing means that accountants are in such a nice position to not get bogged down with the day-to-day processing, but actually spend their time on elements that can be quite exciting and interesting. And it allows the accountant to work with their clients to be more forward-thinking rather than thinking about historical information that is often some months out of date and doesn't add a huge amount of value. So Dex will add all of this value to the accountant to really make a difference.
Simply put, we solve two key problems for businesses. Firstly, how do you boost your balance sheet? Whether it's for company growth or to manage a shock like the pandemic, using your QuickBooks data at the click of a button to access 10 different types of capital, all in one place, with hundreds of providers and backed by experts, provides a significant choice to add cash to your balance sheet. Secondly, how do you know you can work with somebody that you can trust? Since none of us really have a bank manager anymore, we believe that working with a QuickBooks accountant using Capitalize is the best way to raise, recover, and protect capital in your business. Our capital advisory platform is the engine that sits in the background and has had £750 million worth of capital approved through it. Capital's in our DNA, and it's also our company name. For accountants, we're 100% focused on providing the best capital advisory platform we can, so you know that's where our focus will always be. But I'll highlight 3 efficiencies for you. Firstly, it's one application right the way through. We're a single marketplace, complete with hundreds of providers and eligibility checks, but you can put a client in once to access the wider market. We're also integrated with lenders, so this means faster and more accurate responses, and also less messing around with third parties and juggling emails. Secondly, we make setting up capital advisory easy. You don't have to configure accounting ledgers, reports, and workflows to use Capitalize. In fact, you can get going with your whole client base in a matter of hours. We can handle the complex as well as the everyday. We have access to products that are usually only available for the bigger players, so you can rely on us as to be a partner no matter what your clients throw at you. But to see our products in action, you better come and have a short demonstration and a consultation with us too.
So what do we do? Cinder is a solution for e-commerce, SaaS, and other businesses that work with a high volume of online transactions that come from different sources: Shopify, Amazon, eBay, Stripe, PayPal, Square, with one-time or recurring payments. We automate bookkeeping of your sales, we simplify the accounts reconciliation process, and we facilitate more accurate and detailed reporting, including profit and loss report and balance sheet in QuickBooks. You know better than us that manual data entry can and does lead to errors in your reporting, and your bookkeeper ends up with sleepless nights trying to find the missing $200 in your statements that have landed in QuickBooks out of nowhere. So Cinder makes sure that you have accurate reporting. You can auto-track and categorize your product inventory, locations, shipping, and discounts to have more accurate tax and sales reports. Depending on how you want to track your transactions in QuickBooks, by items, customers, locations, or classes, Cinder will record all of these details in your QuickBooks so that you have profit and loss report exactly as you want it to be. If you or your client have several months worth of historical transactions, Cinder can actually synchronize them all from all payment sources that you have connected to your business to QuickBooks, as well as automatically account for your ongoing sales and expenses. Cinder will help you reconcile all of these transactions in just one click and close the accounting with 100% accuracy. So, for instance, if your business or client is selling internationally and you're receiving payments in various currencies, Cinder will record all of those transactions in QuickBooks with the correct exchange rate. The app will also synchronize the gross amount of the sale as well as the processor fee so that everything is ideally balanced. And Cinder will record transaction data with high level of detail, including shipping, discounts, gift cards, and taxes. Zero-rated tax code as well, and we know that is really, really important for the UK area. Cinder offers even more cool features, which will be of more benefit to the accountants, but can also be used by anyone else. First off, you can connect as many clients with as many processors under one Cinder account. So if you have a Shopify store with Stripe and PayPal connected there as payment gateways, but you also have an Etsy store with Authorized Net and PayPal connected there, you can have all of those platforms integrated under one Cinder account with no limits. Another cool thing is that if your client doesn't have tax information in the transaction details, but you still need it to be recorded in QuickBooks, Cinder can actually create a few smart rules and record this information in your QuickBooks so that reporting looks correct and is ready for filing. These days, more and more businesses are moving online and need to receive online payments as well as account for them in their QuickBooks. So with Cinder, you can create a payment link that you can send to your customer directly, or you can paste it on your website or social media. Let's say you have an Instagram account with the products that you sell, so you can paste this link into the bio so that your customer can pay you right in the app. Cinder allows you to also add a credit card payment link to your QuickBooks invoices to allow your customers to pay you as easily as possible. Cinder is a really flexible tool with a lot of cool features, so you're really welcome to schedule a demo with us at cinderapp.com, and our best specialist will be glad to tell you how to set up the app according to your specific needs.
Well, customer choice is one of the solves. We give more ways to pay. You have credit and debit cards available on invoice. There's also more traditional payment options such as bank accounts, PayPal balance, and existing credit lines. You can also accept multiple currencies and withdraw them in GBP. We also have the option of Zettle by PayPal, which is our offline in-store solution. You can manage inventory, stock, and staff. It's in-store, but it can also be on the go, and it's perfect for retail, hospitality, and professional services. You connect to Zettle by PayPal through a different module if you wish to enable this. But I think the most important benefits is that you get paid faster. There's no more chasing payments. You can focus on growing your business. You can also access funds through PayPal Working Capital, which can help with marketing, buying other services, buying inventory. And that's available to select PayPal merchants who have a trading history with us. And also it can save time on administration. I mean, we all want to save time on admin. Nobody likes admin. Because transactions are automatically recorded and reconciled within your QuickBooks account.
How do you embed your product with QuickBooks?
So Dex Prepare and Dex Precision integrate smoothly with QBO. QBO is the core product, and then Dex Prepare will help with efficiency, and Precision helps with all the insights and ensures the quality of data. Whenever I integrated a solution, I would always sit with our clients and give them a demo. I would show them how we could integrate Prepare with QBO. I would, during that meeting, take a picture of an invoice. That invoice would be processed during the meeting, and I could show them how that invoice would then move smoothly into QBO. I would always, to give the full picture to a client, also have a bank transaction in QBO sat there waiting to be matched. That allowed me to demonstrate the whole process from data extraction from an invoice into the purchase ledger on QBO, and then reconciling it with the bank account. Clients would always be wowed at how efficient and smooth and easy that whole process was. Once they understood what the features were and what the benefits were as well, we could then talk around how many transactions are they processing at the moment? How long does it take? Wouldn't it be great if we could give you 5 hours every week back in terms of time? What would you do with that time? So for me, always giving a demo, and also always using real-time information if possible.
Imagine you have a Shopify store, an Amazon store with different payment gateways connected to them. And of course, you want all of those gateways to be easily reconcilable in your QuickBooks. This is what Cinder does. With Cinder, you can account for all transaction data from different sources that are connected to your e-commerce. We have been in the market for quite a while now, and in 2020 alone, we've processed over $1 billion worth of transactions for e-commerces. The UK market is one of our top focuses, so we've researched it really thoroughly to adjust to the accounting needs in the UK, like international sales, management of multi-currency transactions, and tax management, of course, with all local peculiarities accounted for.
You can use QuickBooks and Capitalize together to raise, recover, and protect capital on a balance sheet. Every business, every vision, every strategy even needs capital behind it. But without a CFO, and with 15,000 bank branches closing in recent years, it isn't necessarily that obvious to know where to go for it. The last year has, unfortunately and undoubtedly, put the spotlight on the need to raise capital. The government response to the pandemic, with lockdowns, travel bans, and schools closing, has disrupted so many businesses' revenue massively. Many of you watching will be one of the 1.5 million businesses who have accessed CBILS and bounce-back loans, so you'll know all too well how important it is to have cash available on the balance sheet. To date, Capitalize has had £750 million worth of offers approved through it. Our capital advisory platform integrates with QuickBooks in two powerful ways. First up, it's worth noting that on our platform we see a small business working with their accountant are 4 times more likely to have an approved offer than working alone. For those businesses listening, we know you want to have the choice and visibility about what capital you can access and from where, and there probably isn't anybody better to help you than your QuickBooks accountant. For the accountants dialed in, we call this a capital advisory review. To do this, you can upload your clients to monitor and run a capital report for each of your clients using QuickBooks Online data. This instantly shows you which products your clients can access across your whole client portfolio. I've run a small business myself, and no one ever showed me a list of capital I could access. What's more, if my accountant had offered that to me, I'd bite their hand off. So the second feature you can use with the QuickBooks connection is a fast-track an application for any of these different 10 types of capital we support. To raise new capital in, you can access, of course, term loans, including government support. We have 30 CBILS lenders to choose from, commercial property, invoice finance, trade finance, asset finance, merchant cash advance. That's all on one platform with hundreds of banks and lenders in one place. We've also launched grants recently, so you can access the likes of Innovate UK grants through the platform too. To recover capital locked up on your balance sheet, we've got 2 more ways. Recovering bad debts owed to you, you can access a full legal service on a no-win, no-fee basis to convert that debt back into cash. That same service can also be used to unlock cash locked up in disputes. Lastly, on 10th service, you can protect capital in the business by improving a company's credit score. This is really important for those customers who are using trade credit or looking to borrow, as credit bureaus, not surprisingly, have been downgrading businesses left, right, and centre recently. This QuickBooks data is used to check eligibility prior to submitting a case and then creates a beautiful looking application for partners to appraise that case. So those are the two features of our capital advisory platform.
Well, QuickBooks has a comprehensive and easy to access PayPal integration, which allows customers to accept cards and PayPal payments in a matter of minutes. Payments with PayPal adds a Pay Now button to invoices and lets your customer pay online instantly. All payments and associated fees are brought into your QuickBooks account and categorized in an account of your choosing. You can save time on manual entry, which means you have more time to focus on your business. Just connect the free integration to your QuickBooks online account.
So Chaser helps QuickBooks users to automate their accounts receivables and get invoices paid faster. And this is only possible through the two-way integration, where we're pulling customer and invoice data from the QuickBooks account directly into Chaser. And then we use this data, our system uses this data to automatically chase outstanding and overdue invoices. And we do this with intelligent payment reminders that are deeply personalized so that they look like they've come directly from the sender. And to ensure that chasing payments is always based on the most up-to-date data, we have an automated sync that happens between QuickBooks and Chaser that happens automatically before any payment reminder is sent, every hour, and also on demand as you choose. So you never chase an invoice incorrectly, or you never chase the same invoice twice.
Once signed up with Iwakapay, any QuickBooks user can use Iwakapay on their invoices. All you need to do is add a pay link into a message on invoice, and your customer will be able to click that link and pay straight away. What we're really excited about is that apps.com integration is in the works, so it will be even easier for QuickBooks users to use Iwakapay in future.
What are you most excited about on the horizon for your product or service?
We're really excited about our new Pay Now feature. This feature really turns Iwakapay into a true invoice checkout solution. And the best part about it is we're leveraging open banking. What that means is it really changes the game about how payments can work. You get all the security and cost effectiveness that comes with bank transfers, but it's a two-click solution, so it's even easier than a card payment. We really think this can change the game for how invoice payments can work in future.
The last 12 months have been epically busy for the accounting community. So at Capitalize, we've been very focused on trying to reduce that workflow just a little bit and making our accountants' lives easier. We've been building out our capital advisory platform and expanding the range of capital products available on it. As an accountant with hundreds of clients and precious little time, quite frankly, we know how important it is to see quickly what action can help which clients and when. Any service line needs to avoid complex and time-consuming rollouts to make it viable for the wider client portfolio. So I'm excited that we've got a couple of new features coming out along those lines. First up, our single capital report across all products. We see the potential for government support unwinding, whether it's VAT liabilities coming due from last year, the lending schemes finishing up, or the moratorium being lifted. Capital is likely to be scarcer in 2021. So we brought together all the options in one place, and we've done this by upgrading our funding report to cover all the different 10 types of capital. This means it's possible to see clearly the different sources of capital available all in one place. We're also moving our capital health score out of beta, so you can see which of your clients are most likely to need capital, and both of these are powered by QuickBooks Online data. Secondly, awesome case management. Again, we wanted our accountant customers to do less rather than more when it comes to advisory, so we redesigned our case management flow. It's got a Kanban board and tagging. If you don't know what a Kanban board is, then you can just imagine it just makes your life easier. You can see and drag all your capital advisory cases all in one place. I'm also pretty excited about some practice management integrations that we've got coming up too. So you could say it's all about less effort, more workflow, and more automation.
Well, PayPal is constantly improving and evolving its portfolio, expanding the payment landscape. Recent additions include QR codes, point of sale, cryptocurrencies, and buy now, pay later. And whatever next is around the corner, we never stop moving. Our goal is to create a true omni-channel experience so that we can meet the needs of merchants, customers, and our partners. We have regular catch-ups with QuickBooks so that we keep close contact to monitor what our shared customers' needs are and to continue streamlining the solution.
So I am super excited about Dex Precision. We've got the integration with QBO, and that really is a game changer for accountants. We have never had before the visibility that is needed over the numbers to ensure the quality of the data, to ensure that the right decisions are being made on that data. With Precision, it means we can really drive the advisory service. Not only that, you can ensure that the systems and processes that you use internally are as streamlined as possible by using Flow. Also, with Precision, you can ensure that before you start a job, before you're doing your accounts prep, connect it to Precision first, get a feel for what the health score is of that client, get a feel for what some of the issues may be. If for any reason there's potential problems, you've got the opportunity to sit down with your client and decide on what the best way forward is. The worst thing that can often happen is you start the accounts prep, you find that there's issues, and then you spend a huge amount of time trying to sort them out. You can also use Precision as well to really help with your pricing. If you have a potential new client who's on QBO, connect it to the software first. If the records are really poor, you may be able to discuss raising a special fee, or you can push back to them and suggest they just need to sort things out beforehand. You've also got visibility over the number of transactions in terms of existing clients. Have you quoted for a job where transactions are now increasing significantly? Do you need to revisit what you're pricing? Having the key data and the visibility means that you can make the right decisions and make those decisions at the right time. The perfect thing for me in terms of the workflows is ultimately using Dex Prepare, having as much going through to Dex Prepare as possible with Auto Publish. That then goes into QBO. And then you've got Precision to work behind the scenes, to start doing its magic, to make sure that everything has been accounted for correctly. So Precision, for me, being probably the only product on the market, is an absolute game changer, and I am super excited about it.
We are really excited about extending Cinder functionality and are currently working on adding more integrations to the app. Modern businesses need different software products to be involved. Today, your minimal kit is to first off, have an online presence, so talk to your customers somehow, get paid, and pay your bills and taxes. So at least 3 platforms are needed. And all of them contain valuable pieces of data. And how cool would that be if all of those platforms could be integrated, synchronized, and reconciled in one infrastructure with an endpoint in QuickBooks, so that you can read all of your data with no fear of missing some valuable information. And you can analyze how your business is doing. So this is what Cinder is helping you with. It is making your data flow of the business as easy as possible. And we really think we can do really much more in the future.
So there's 2 things that I can think about that are really exciting at Chaser at the moment. And one of the main things is the launch of our payment portal. So our users now are able to use this payment portal to even speed up payments more than before. So essentially what the payment portal does is it's a link to a portal, kind of like a dashboard, where the customers whose invoices are being chased, they can go onto this portal and see the list of all of the invoices that have been paid and the ones that are overdue for their specific supplier who sent them from Chaser. And as a consequence of this, they can decide to even bulk pay all the invoices that are overdue, or they can choose to pay an invoice as it stands, and they can choose various payment methods from within the payment portal and just pay it on the spot. Why is this exciting? Why do we think it was really relevant? Well, what happens a lot, and one of the major pain points that credit controllers and accounts receivable clerks are feeling and facing is when they're chasing an invoice, they'll essentially be looking for that invoice, and they'll call a customer and they'll ask for the payment, but ultimately that customer might say, "Oh, I never received the invoice," or "Could you please resend it to me again?" And then there's just a lot of manual work back and forth. By offering this payment portal, it reduces that entirely, where they just see it directly in one location, and it's connected, directly connected to their payment platform, and it enables even international bank transfers. So yeah, we feel that the payment portal it's really great to reduce the back and forth and ensure that customers are always on the same page with their suppliers. The second thing that's been quite exciting at Chaser is we spent the last 6 months or so piloting a debt collection service. And originally, the idea was to offer this off the back of the pandemic and the recession. So what happens often with credit control is, whilst it works 80-90% of the time, sometimes when all else fails, you need kind of like another method, another added step to try and get those late payments in. And collections is the natural next step to that when it's needed. So why is Chaser Collections different from a traditional, let's say, debt collection agency? Is that we're offering it off the back of our platform. So it uses that information that you can get from QuickBooks into our platform to understand better the payment behaviors of the customers. And that gives us kind of insights as well as to how to chase them from a collections perspective. Additionally to that, what's great about Chaser is that we've always prioritized the human element of chasing. We've always prioritized keeping those relationships between our customers and their customers friendly and courteous. The whole concept of polite persistence pays. So what we're doing off the back of our collection service is we're enabling that conversation to stay quite friendly and to not be the scary debt collectors that people are traditionally used to dealing with. So we're quite delighted now to be kind of launching out officially this service and market. We believe it's just, one step forward to achieving our mission, that businesses will have the confidence to get paid for their work.
Why are you passionate about your audience?
Well, 2020 has been a very challenging year and raised bittersweet emotions. There's been a lot of restrictions, a lot of rapid change under duress. But for some merchants, it's also been an interesting time of great opportunity for growth. PayPal has paved the way forward in terms of enabling merchants and consumers to connect and to take out the friction so that you have the ability to connect and trade through a very uncertain time.
So for me in particular, for the last 15 years of my career, I've only worked in SMEs myself. And as I said, I was a marketer, so I understand firsthand the challenges that businesses face with regards to cash flow and the impact that can have on growth. So I'm quite keen on, really resolving the issues that previous employers have had. And statistically right now, SMEs are the worst hit by late payments. On average, 48% of their invoices are paid late each month. And, we're a small network. We're passionate about helping QuickBooks users and businesses that sell on payment terms because we want them to have the confidence, to know the confidence that no matter what they offer, product or service, that they will get paid for their work. And that's what's going to help keep the economy going. That's what's going to help us get through the recession. the worst thing that can happen is that businesses stop trading because they're afraid that if they offer these services or these products that they're not going to get paid for them. So that I'm really passionate about. Chaser has been designed and is continuously being updated to help SMEs put an end to late payments and these time-consuming tasks that should otherwise be automated. And we do that in one of the friendliest ways possible, which is really great because it's aligned with my personal values.
Our mission at Iwaka is to support 1 million small businesses with flexible payments and finance offerings. Small businesses are at the heart of the QuickBooks community, but actually it's more than that. QuickBooks brings together a larger community of partners and advisors whose sole purpose is to help small businesses thrive. This broader community is what's really critical. We work closely with accountants because we understand the importance of their role as trusted advisors to SMEs, and we really hope that our products and services will help them help their customers be stronger and more productive, especially coming out of this crisis.
Our customers are the most valuable asset that we have. By the end of 2020, we've reached over 1,000 five-star reviews on the QuickBooks App Store. Customer support is what we're really proud of, and the majority of our reviews actually give praise of how the support team works, helping users address their daily challenges. Our motto, machine accuracy, human approach, perfectly reflects how we work with our customers, team, and partners. This is not just a buy-sell relationship. This is actually a partnership where your opinion counts and makes it a success story. Also, we're constantly researching the field and trying to find something valuable to our clients. And that is why we organize a lot of educational webinars where we talk about all of those trends and solid solutions for our customers and their businesses.
I have to call out accountants on this. You've been at the front line of the pandemic response, and I've reminded everybody that you're a critical part of the UK business community. Every small business is on a journey to achieve your vision, and capital is the fuel of that ambition. Yet when I was running a small business, I didn't have the support of a CFO, a corporate banking relationship, or access to capital markets. Bringing together the ability to raise, recover, and protect capital with somebody that knows my business intimately and knows the numbers is a powerful combination. And so I believe accountants, you're best placed to help us business owners. Ultimately, what's motivating is that capital advisory keeps us innovating. As new technologies and efficiencies are brought to market, this means a positive future for us all.
I think being an accountant at the moment is an absolute super exciting time. I can't think of a more exciting time in the last 20 years. Before COVID, we were always going through this process of digitalization. We were getting more cloud solutions. We were getting better technology to help us really make a difference. What COVID has done is accelerated that digitalisation to put everyone in a much stronger position. We've also got MTD being driven by HMRC, not only for VAT, but we've also got it for income tax coming very soon as well. All of this means that accountants can truly be that trusted advisor, can really help their clients achieve what they want to achieve. And the technology opens the door to make the whole process so much easier. So I just think it is just super exciting at the moment.
What's the one thing that has kept you sane during the pandemic?
First of all, life has not stopped. We at Cinder know really well how hard it has been for some businesses to move online. Some of them did not even imagine that they can exist as an online business and prosper. So we did put a lot of effort into helping them find their path in the online world with the minimal resources and to have all of the business platforms that they have reconciled. We're facing hard times for sure, but we are hoping for the better future for everyone.
So there's some stuff from the business side, but then also some stuff from my personal side. So on the business side, what's kept us sane at Chaser, I think, as a business in itself, is we acknowledge and know and feel quite grateful that in this critical time in history, we have been developing and building in the last years a platform and a service that actually is helping businesses today, probably more than in any other time in history. The CPA said that the number of late payments increased by 209% during the pandemic. And for many businesses that I've spoken with, this has been a crippling effect on their cash flow and on their ability to grow in 2020, which is a scary thought coming into 2021. So really being able to help businesses relieve these cash flow strains and the feedback that's been provided to us by our current users, that's really helped the Chaser team keep our spirits high. Just for example, a member of my team spoke recently to one of our partners, Real Time Finance, and they are just absolutely thrilled because by using our platform, after 2 weeks of implementing Chaser, their client reduced their age debts by £40,000. It's wins like this and sharing wins like this at Chaser that really, really is a turning point for us. So we make it a point at Chaser of celebrating when our customers get paid, more so than when we make a sale ourselves. And that's what's keeping us sane, because we know every day we're helping people, we're helping businesses, and we are being, hopefully a positive light in a very challenging time. On a personal level, I'm also very grateful and lucky to have a very vibrant and clever and energetic 3-year-old girl. And at this stage in her development, she's consistently changing, consistently learning. She's curious and she's funny, and every day is completely different. So I think for me, I haven't been struck with this kind of like monotonous day that looks the same day in and day out, because I have kind of this little ray of sunshine around who is making my days quite different. I also found, being out of the hustle and bustle of traveling through the London Tube and quickly heading from one place to the other between nursery drops and pickups, managing this type of time frame during lockdown and during the work from home requirements from the government, it has been quite helpful for me in managing that, because I'm never late to pick her up, and I'm never rushing in the morning to catch the next train. So that's been quite good for me.
I think everyone will agree the pandemic has been hard on everybody. What's kept me sane? Endless box sets, which has made weekends go quicker, has allowed evenings to pass quickly as well. It's given me something to be able to concentrate on and switch off from work as well. But the other big thing for me is being able to spend more time with the family. Not having that commute has made a huge difference. And I think ultimately we're all in the same position. It's been tough on everybody, but knowing that everyone's been supporting one another has just made a huge difference.
Certainly exercise has kept me sane. And, that's been the main thing in terms of raising endorphins. But also, I would say box sets and good wine have certainly helped as well.
Well, beyond the cool-headed nature and the resiliency of the accounting community, it's got to be running live sessions with you guys. And it's been about the only social life I've had in the last 12 months. Plus, I also love building digital products to automate things for people. I always have done. And so building our capital advisory portfolio tools over the last year has been fantastic with our customers and the team at Capitalize. Everyone just got down to work, heads down, and without that, we wouldn't have built Monitor and now have approaching 10,000 businesses on it. That plus, I guess, a growing interest in wine, particularly when the homeschooling kicked in.
This is a really great question, and there are several things that have kept me sane during the pandemic. The first one is, of course, all the virtual tools that have managed to keep us connected to this broader global community. The second is actually being able to watch small businesses innovate so quickly, moving into manufacturing PP&E or restaurants becoming home delivery services. That kind of innovation will be great in the long term, and I'm excited to see what that yields. Thirdly, also at Iwaka, we've been really proud to be able to be part of the story by being able to provide CBILS financing to small businesses when they need it most. Thus far, we've provided more than $200 million, and we're on track to provide $300 million before the scheme ends. And we really think we'll have a meaningful impact in the ability for businesses to build back better.
Phew! I learned quite a bit today, and I hope you did too. Thank you to our partners who provided such great insight. To continue the fun, make sure to visit our partner gallery to learn more about these partners, watch their videos, and see what great offers our partners have in store for you.